Recording. Welcome back, everybody, to ACG, where we're just a couple gamers. It's your boy Smooth, and this is episode 18 of War Elite. This is entitled Alliance Recruiting, and it is 6:22 in the morning here. I have with me two co-hosts that are regulars on the show. I have with me Smash, which everybody is familiar with, and also T-Rex, who most everybody is familiar with. What's up, fellas?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Hope everybody's feeling great today. I just need a second or two to do what I need to do. Rex, do you have any questions about the game for Smash, by chance?
I'm sure I'm going to have a couple hundred of them since he says, my boy says you're the guy. He says you're the big dog over on your server. So I'm sure I'll have a few hundred questions for you once we get started here.
It's about the game for
But number one, I am a veteran of this style of gameplay. Been playing The Godfather for a long time, but what would you say for a brand new player coming over? Number one thing to focus on in the game to get yourself started and build a strong account.
All right, for all the new players, right, as I mentioned in the past few podcasts with Smooth, always try to join the bigger alliance. All right, because with the alliance technology in researching and the alliance technology in building, it actually helps the new player grow faster.
Okay.
All right. And on top of that, with the purchases that the alliance members that actually are purchasing bundles in the alliance, new player even as a F2P, you can gain rewards. You can gain a lot of speed ups, a lot of resources from all these bundles that the players are actually purchasing in the alliance.
Okay, so there's bundles that help all the players in the alliance, is what you're saying, as opposed to just for individual player gain.
Yes, correct. It's always best to join an alliance in this kind of game instead of trying to start up your own alliance when you are brand new, because ultimately you need to fully understand the game. You need to learn the things before you can actually move on further in the game. Right, so joining a alliance actually does help you in growing and also helping you in understanding the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the same could be said for the game I play, The Godfather. A lot of people come in when they're new and they want to form their own family and start off. And I've always recommended that they join a family with veteran players that they can learn from. We don't have the benefit of very change up fee coming over to the War Elite game. I think it might help promote like a better community than what we see in The Godfather, where it's very, it's pay to play, and most of the packs that you get are individual based, and then the ones that are beneficial for the entire family, they offer very, very small rewards.
Okay. One thing why I stopped playing the other game and I focus on War Elite is that Smooth had played a couple of weeks. He know the speed ups that they are actually giving out in the game is ridiculous. Right, so we have played this type of game before. We know what is the hindrance to us moving on further in the game. Correct?
Right.
It's always the speed up, unable to get the building, the research that we want to complete them in a shorter time frame, right? But the speed up that the game is giving out through the events, through the whole alliance itself is actually pretty disgusting, I must say.
Okay. Yeah, because I know our buddy Smooth here, he leveled up yesterday in our game. and I think it took him 36 days worth of speed ups to upgrade his mansion.
It's stupid, bro. It's so ridiculous, bro. Like over a month for one mansion level is just. But I've heard that also some people are into like, wasn't it one research tech was a year or some crazy shit like that? Like once you get to like close to max tech or something like that, it's like a year's worth of waiting. Somebody told me that. I can't remember what the wait time was. Maybe it was like a to go mansion 36 or something. I just remember they said they had over a year worth of waiting, and I died, bro. A fucking year. A year, bro? How many 8-hour speed ups is that? That's so crazy. Can you guys still hear me? Oh no, don't tell me I lost him in the call. Wow, we lost him in the call. I was talking to myself.
Is there a time frame for how soon or how long the next server is going to be? Should I wait for that, or should I just kind of dive in and learn to play from you guys and see where that takes me?
For the questions that now, let's say for example, if you are in server 7, right, there's this thing called the migration, which will open most probably after the server versus server, right? This will actually allow players to actually move around the 4 current server that we have, right? Because some might feel that, I've been this server for a long time, I don't really enjoy the company here, or I don't really see any progress going forward together with this server. I would like to be in another more active server. So there will be this migration thing that's going to be opening up. I believe the developer will actually do something like this after the server versus server. And that's when new players will actually now being assigned to the newer server, which is server 7. They can decide whether they want to stay in server 7 and progress with the biggest alliance there, GNE or SAN, or they would like to move to other server, like for example server 4 and server 6. This all entirely up to individual player on how they are feeling currently in their own server.
Okay. And when you do that, are you starting over from scratch again, or are you bringing your current city with you to the new server?
You bring whatever you have currently to the new server. Let's say for example now you are 20 million power city, and when you migrate to the new server, you remain at 20 million. With all the items that's in your inventory, you just move it along with you.
Excuse my language, but shut the front door. What? My. Now, just so you understand, I'm coming from a game where if I don't like what's going on and I want to go, I have to start over at scratch.
Yeah, dude.
I understand.
So I'm walking away from, like mansion level 29s with 100 million power or more. Like I could. Oh my god.
Crazy, right?
So I do have a account in server 7, which is at 22 million. I'm gonna bring them to server 6 when the migration opens.
Oh my goodness,
bro, T-Rex. That's what I was trying to tell you about how there's only let's just say out of the 4 big active servers, right? There's probably two top families, right? So let's just say so altogether 2, 4, 6, 8. You're talking about a possibility of like 8 strong servers all competing for Central City or whatever, right? So that's like, imagine Godfather only having 4 gigantic servers, like all, how many servers Godfather has. Imagine just all the active servers being squished into 4 active servers, right? And then they're all fighting for this shit. But the cool thing is that since there's only 4 servers, you can have an account in every server, and then you get to choose what server you want to pick when Central City opens to play with. Or if you have multiple accounts, technically you could play Central City on 2 different servers at the same time in one server, and you get to, you know what I'm saying, bro? It's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I mean, in Godfather, the only way that you would be able to do something like that is like after server merges. If you just happen to have an account on the correct server in the correct zone that just happen to merge together. But you know, generally, you quit playing one of them for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're on like 19.5 and 21.4 or whatever, and they merge together, but you'd be over a year of not playing the one server essentially, unless you were playing both, and we know how hard that can be.
Exactly.
Wow, that concept is crazy, and I guess it works for this game because of how long the servers are staying open. Whereas, compared to our other game, the servers opened so rapidly that, if you built a M25 on 0.1 and 2 weeks later you moved it over to 0.2 and you were already 25 levels ahead of everybody else on day one, that wouldn't really be fair.
Right.
Could you imagine the dominance though?
No.
It's just like,
bro.
Like Evo is just like, hey, I'm going to take my M36 and my 1 billion power, and I'm going to move to 30.1.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
Insane.
Imagine some of the people from Godfather who have like 40 farms. You know what I'm saying? But they did it here. The people who had the most farms in this game would be the ones winning every single Central City. Because the amount of farms, bro, you can just send each other resources in this game. You don't have to do any of that cobbing shit. Like, you can just send. You can just send.
Oh, I did send some to Smooth.
You did?
I do like cob for.
I did send some to you, but because of your limit cap, so after I reached your limit, I didn't send any more resources.
Well, thank you very much.
He said, "You're such a noob. I couldn't send you any more resources."
Save the noob. Shout out to Poppy. We have Poppy in the live stream right now. What's up, Poppy? Shout out to you. Thanks for coming in.
Now I am the noob.
Yes, you are the noob, my friend.
So should I start over on server 6 and go through this this glorious storyline all over again, or should I just hang out on 7?
1000%.
How far are you into the game in server 7?
Not very far. I've just finished the storyline, I think. I've only got around like 60,000 power. So I'm like,
he's not even a day. He's like a day in.
If you want to start, because it's not very far in, so it's actually it's quite easy for you to start up a new account in server 6. But because now the migration is not open yet, so when you click on your profile, you click on your you can actually start up another account. Once you click on your profile, you click on the settings, you go to your role management. You will be able to see that you can actually open up a couple more accounts. Then you can select a new account to open for. And I believe you can go to server 6. If I'm not wrong, the way should be this way.
And I'll just be considerably behind for a little while is essentially what'll happen, right?
No, dude, I'm telling you, the amount of stuff you get every day from your inbox from just being in this alliance, you're like, bro, it's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna blow your mind. It would be the equivalent of Godfather sending you, like I said, dude, like a $30 to $50 pack every day, because it's everything. It's like you're not just getting a couple things, like you're getting fucking 6,000 gold at a time, like 4 alliance teleports at a time, like so much shit, dude. Millions of resources a day. Like, you will never run out of resources ever. Like, you don't have to gather. You should, just for the rewards for your daily tasks and shit, but you don't have to gather, bro. You don't have to gather.
I don't gather now.
Supposedly,
Yeah,
supposedly, Mr. Fantastic, like one of the biggest in the server, has only bought monthly cards since he started playing.
Really?
Yes.
I noticed there's
resource stock up.
Huh?
Fantastic have billions of resource stock up.
Yeah, billions of resources stocked up, bro.
Now, I have noticed that there's a significant difference in the cost of some of the packs in this game. Like, there are no 99-cent packs in the other game. There's no, $2.99 or $1.99. Like, there's none of that. And I was like, look at all these pack options. I was like, this is crazy.
Right?
So, all right. Well, getting to your topic of the day here, I'll segue in. What are the differences for alliance recruiting that you've noticed so far, Smooth, between the two games? Because I've just now recently been enabled to join an alliance, and I keep getting the notification from the game to join an alliance, but I have not gotten any invites from anybody, and that's very different for me because I'm used to getting my inbox flooded with invites as soon as I'm able to join an alliance or family per se.
Right. Practically for this game, I don't mind. Sorry.
Go ahead, buddy.
What alliance usually do is that we will always send notification into the world chat, which is your server world chat, right? To invite, to tell people about the alliance recruitment.
Okay.
Even STM today, we are also sending out invites to invite new players to join us, right? There will be other alliance also, like for example in Server 6, we also have a smaller alliance called TDS. They're also sending out invites. So we are constantly trying to invite players to join our alliance.
And do you find that the community is large enough, like where you're constantly bringing in new players all the time, or do you kind of like, is it a little struggle to recruit at times? Because I noticed there's a lot of very small alliances.
Yes, correct. There are players who wanted to try it out themselves by setting up their own alliance, and more likely they want to have a feel of the game. Just like when I first started, I also started out my own alliance before joining STM because I want to feel the game. I want to know how it is to be. Because all games are different when you start off your own alliance. Right?
Yes.
So I want to understand the game more. So when I started my own alliance, I actually tried to figure out what does all this alliance additional buff does. How is it different from the other games that I play? But once I get all the information I need, I left my own alliance and I joined STM.
Okay, so you did it the other way around.
Yes, correct. Because I was spending like crazy. So
Right.
for me, it doesn't matter whether I'm in a big alliance or I start out my own alliance. So my agenda from the beginning was different. I wanted to try out. I wanted to learn the game. I wanted to feel out everything, feel how the game goes. That's why I started out my own alliance. But for players who are not intending to spend, it would be best that they join an alliance in the beginning stage rather than trying to carve it out themselves. Because ultimately, even as a new player, if I come to a server, I see, okay, your server, let's say for example, your alliance is at 2 million power, and there's one which is at 2 billion power, which is recruiting. I would definitely join the 2 billion one. I wouldn't be joining the 2 million.
I understand.
Hey, Smash. I know you told me, but I don't remember the exact number. Can you tell T-Rex how much you've spent in your currency?
Now including including this month, around nearly to 60,000. 60K.
Is that US dollars or
No, Singapore dollars.
Singapore? Okay. I don't know the currency transaction. It's
I think around. I give it a benefit of down around 40, near 50 USD.
Okay.
That's crazy, dude.
Now, I don't think I can admit numbers like that on the air because my wife hears I might a lot of trouble. But I mean, over my Godfather career, I've spent nowhere near that amount, maybe half of that. I'm not considered a large spender, kind of like a medium level. But that's crazy to me.
His power right now is 139 million.
I've dropped a lot. I have near to 1 million dead T5 troops. But of course, I'm going to get half of them back after this server versus server. So my power is going to jump up again after this server versus server.
I gotta learn this game quickly if I'm gonna dive into the deep end with you guys.
Yeah, dude. I honestly think had I joined this alliance like as soon as I started or whatever, I would have already been Villa 16 and been able to do the North stuff. But I tried to do my own thing with Honeybee for like almost 2 weeks. So I got behind, but had I joined them with everything that you get every day, I'm telling you, you could be Mansion 16 in a week or less without spending.
Without any spending, that's a solid growth number just based off of knowledge from the Godfather. You're probably not getting to Mansion 16 in a week in Godfather unless you do absolutely nothing but focus on your mansion.
Well, that's the other thing too, is that my exact words were, you can get to Mansion 16 without spending from everything you just get in your mailbox. That's not included everything that you get from doing your daily tasks on your Brown Book, everything that you get from just simply get basically all of your daily tasks in your chapter book. They work together with the activity events going on each day, so you're really getting double your rewards just from doing your tasks. You're getting rewards from the events, so really you're getting double if you're playing correctly. Probably if you put in an hour a day and you did all your events, activities and shit, you're gonna get double the rewards. So I would say you would get there in like maybe three days for real.
Wow. Yeah, I have noticed that just in my my random pointing and clicking, that the rewards in this do seem far more available. You kind of get a reward for everything you do. What it seems, it's like, oh, upgrade this building. Here's a reward for upgrading the building. Go click on this. Here's a reward for that. Go click on you beat your first gang out in the regular map. Now you get a reward for that. So it's definitely very interesting to me, and I'm going to, I guess, have to start over on server 6 so I can come see what you're talking about over there. So if your family is recruiting, I'm looking for a family, and that's one. I guess that's one way of recruiting, is just drag somebody over from another game.
100%. Yeah, and that brings me to my point of this entire episode is alliance recruiting, guys. So we are recruiting in server 6 for STM. We are the strongest alliance here. We have some really great players here in this server, like Smash, Mr. Fantastic, Snipes. We have Machiavelli, Salty
Penguin.
Dog.
Not to forget to mention Penguin. Penguin is currently the strongest player in our server.
Dude, that's crazy. Shout out to Penguin, man. I would love to have you on one day, Penguin. Just come hang out with us.
The strongest player in our server with 185 million power.
Sheesh.
Now, when you guys talk about power in your game, how does that translate to what I'm used to, Smooth?
It's exactly the same.
So there's building power, technology power, troop power.
And then they have dress ups the same way we have dress ups. They have actually more options, because you can equip weapons, you can equip helmets, you can equip boots, shoes, suits. You can equip everything, bro. It's like it's built the same exact way, just more options to equip stuff for more buffs.
Okay, because I know. I mean, we have that ability also. That's how you essentially move up your capos from normal to green to blue to purple and orange and such. But I've noticed there's a big difference in the upgrading of capos.
Yeah, so
immediately.
You know how
I noticed that.
You know how like in Godfather you can equip all the gear on your capos?
Yeah.
Well, in this you know how like you can where you go to your avatar in Godfather and you equip your ornaments?
Correct.
Instead of ornaments here in War Elite, you click your avatar picture and you equip all of that gear on yourself.
So essentially on your boss character.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like that idea.
Mm-hmm. And then you get all these girls that you have to date and woo and buy stuff and gift stuff and take on dates and go to the casino or go to the bar or go to the beach or go wherever, right? And you can have like 30 girls or something like that. There's like 30 of them or more. And all of them are specific for different buffs. So just for instance, you'd get Tracy, you unlock her, and Tracy has buffs for like you get extra resources every day from certain buildings. And then you got Lisa, you equip her because she gives you buffs for your troops attack. And then you got Brenda, and Brenda gives you like you have buffs for everything on different girls, and you can level them girls up or whatever, level those buffs up. And then also you can equip your capos as bodyguards for those girls, and those capos get the buffs from those girls.
So that's a little bit different than our hotel.
Yeah, bro.
All right,
awesome.
That's a really cool concept.
We have X Gamer Dude XX. He said, I came here from Discord. I'm a new subscriber. Shout out to X Gamer Dude. Welcome to the live stream, bro. Thank you so much for coming in.
Yes, welcome. I think I'm getting yelled at by Olivia online app right now.
Tell her come on over. Tell her if she really if she really follows you everywhere, she'll come here.
I have tried to get her to game jump before, and she's not so willing to game jump because she's very loyal to the community over there. But our good friend from a previous server is having her baby today, so I don't know if she'll hear this or not. But Miss Ruckus, aka France, best of luck today, and congratulations on the wee little baby.
Congratulations, Ruckus.
Congrats.
That's awesome.
That's Canuck from Chat Mafia.
Oh, okay. Shout out Canuck, dude. That's crazy. Oh, that's awesome. That's a beautiful thing, man. That's a blessing.
That's one of those in-game relationships, Smooth.
Right. Exactly, dude.
Her and her boyfriend met in the game, and now they're having a baby today. So
that's so cool.
You and Lethal are not the only weird ones out there.
Yeah, let your freak flag fly, my friends. Let your freak flag fly.
That's it. I love it.
That's a good question for Smash. Smash, since you've been playing, have you met any like couples that game together?
In my previous game, yes. Because I'm still pretty new to this game. So those people who actually just talk to me are those regularly players who actually go on. I haven't really tried to ask them more about their personal life.
Right.
They mostly talk to me regarding the game. Except for Fantastic, whereby we not only play this game, we are playing other games as well. But in my previous game, I do encounter that players actually do get to know each other from the game. Went out, get married, start a family. Yes, there is. So I'm not ruling this game out that such things might happen.
Right. Yeah, we have a running joke in The Godfather that there are players there that were looking for Tinder and they accidentally ended up playing The Godfather.
That's
You
hilarious, dude.
get them into your group chat and they're just like, "So, ladies, age and location, where you at?" And we're like, "Dude, all right, get out, go
Oh, you
away."
mean
Go away.
ASL? Once people join the group chat, they start to ask ASL,
Yeah, age, sex, location.
sex
Yep.
location.
Oh, that is hilarious, dude.
So that's interesting. I'm sure there's plenty of them. People that meet.
snap. I just hit Boss Villa 17, dude.
Wow,
Let's go.
you are going pretty fast this couple of days, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the maximum villa level?
25. Yes.
So it's still only 25.
Yep.
That's all right. And you just hit 17.
Yep. With ease.
Another 8 more to go.
That's crazy, dude.
So, are there a lot of Villa 25s out there already?
Yeah.
In
I
the
can-
server itself. Okay, you want
Yeah.
to know very simple. I teach you. You go to your ranking.
It's you
All right, and
basically
then you
look the
click
same
on the
way
board
you do.
pillar, and then you will see.
Okay, so all right. I'm driving home from work right now, so I will
Okay.
check that in the when I get home.
I'll tell you right now, bro. I'll tell you right now. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Holy shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot
It's like the whole server, almost.
because the server has so much age to it. It's got maturity.
I'm looking
Yes,
for the
alright.
minimum mansion level right now. You've got 140 players with a minimum mansion level of 20, 160 players, 200 players almost now are all at mansion 20 or higher. Once you get below 200 players, you have like mansion 19s and 18s. So I'm almost to the top 200 players because I'm mansion 17. So, dude, you could get almost to the top 200, like I said, in a week if you just collect and do your dailies.
Now, what are all these other mansions doing wrong that they're not already? You're outpacing them.
To be frank, honestly, there has been a lot of players that actually reach a certain power and quit the game. Right, that was
Yes.
even before I joined the game. Right, because before I joined the game, there was a lot of civil war.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
almost fighting every single day. So I believe quite a lot of players actually wasn't able to sustain that kind of intensity, because the moment they don't lock in, their city might get zero, their resources might get plundered, the troops they send out farming might just get killed. Right, so quite a lot of players actually left. So we are actually kind of rebuilding the server itself. Right?
This sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is why I think the developers start to try to recruit YouTuber, like Smooth, to help to
Yes.
promote this game, right? To get new players coming, because they have become pretty stagnant for a couple of time. So we know that all these old players that have left the game are actually really not going to be coming back. But we do hope that they come back someday, because most of them still have very high power cities. I mean villa. Right.
yeah, they're able to come.
Ultimately, we are focusing on new players.
That's very interesting.
Yes,
I guess
sir.
yeah, that big difference between the two games there. Like I said earlier, Godfather, they would just quit and move on to a new server, new zone, start over, and get a couple of those guys that drop $10,000 in the first week and they're off and rolling. But very interesting.
So I wanted to put this in perspective for you, right? So as he was saying, there was a big civil war. Like there's a huge war between multiple families in this server at one point before he joined the game. The server was a year and a half old when he joined, I believe, or it's a year and a half old now. But I want to say it was 4 months. Was it 4 months or 8
tomorrow
months?
I will be 5 months old.
Okay,
Tomorrow.
yeah.
I'm now currently 149 days in the game.
Yeah, he's only
Logging in every
49
day.
days in, bro. And he is now, let me see, is it second in power? He's second in power in the server? No.
Yes,
Yeah, second in power, bro. Behind the strongest player in the server. He's second in power in just under 5 months.
Just under 5 months and
Yeah.
just around 50K spent.
Yes, and the other dude and everybody else had like a year and a half head start.
All right.
Yeah.
And a lot of the season player that are still playing, for example, like our some of the very seasoned player like Tricksters, like Mac, like Ash, they are all actually in the process of unlocking their T5. Like Salty Dog as well, they are in the process of unlocking their T5. So when server versus server season 2 start, wow, it's gonna be very crazy.
Damn.
I like server versus servers.
Yeah.
Because in this server versus server, it actually creates harmony within the server and not much of a civil war. The server itself have to start to have their own diplomacy amongst all the alliance to work out a certain plan when they're moving into the server versus server. So that will actually bind more players together, even all the alliance in the server itself. Because our agenda will be to win the server versus server against other server. So there will not be any more civil war in the server unless certain diplomacy breach. Then that it will happen. I'm not saying that it will not happen. It might still happen.
Right.
Because of greed.
Yeah, I'm very curious actually. Now that you brought up the server versus server, if we did a side-by-side comparison of what I'm used to with server wars in The Godfather versus what your server versus server looks like over there. Because our server war is something that we build towards through the entire, basically like 10 months once a server opens. And then every 2 weeks, another zone in that server will open. And then you get a couple of months. And I'm curious, as you're saying, it unifies, and ours does the same thing. We essentially come down to one main family, and then eliminate all the rogue players. But I'm curious to see what they would look like side by side. Because server war for us is the first big major event. We build up to it for 10-ish months.
Wow, that's a very long time for a server versus server.
Yeah, we have every 2 weeks we have our kill event. It's basically a weekend long, no rules. It's all player versus player points is how you would win that event by killing other players' troops. So that's what we consider that practice building up for the server war. And then when you come to server war, you're matched up against a different zone in your server. There's 8 zones, and then the point 1 would fight 8 and 2, 7, and kind of like that. And then you rotate through. So I'm curious really to see like the side by side, because there's a lot of things that are similar to the games so far from what I'm understanding, and there's a lot of things that are very different.
All right, for War Elite, the server versus server isn't going to take you a long period of time, like 4 months. It probably take you nearest to 2 months the max. All right. So when it first started, all the players were put into a new map. Right, all the alliance were actually put into a teleport to a new map, and then they start building up from there. Right, and then I believe there's also in your Godfather, I believe there's, as you mentioned, about next zone. So there will be certain things that you actually have to occupy before you can move to the next zone, right?
Not for us. We play on each other's maps, so we have the ability to teleport to our opponent's map, or we could fight on our own home map. But we do need to acquire points in order. We get points through an event in order to get the necessary teleports to move back and forth. So that's kind of the cool aspect of ours, is you could be on the opponent's server map and fighting over there and looking for things to fight over there. Meanwhile, their players can come over to your side, so you have to kind of police and watch both sides. So that's the cool aspect there, is you have more than one place to look. And a lot of time people spend so much time focusing on attacking on the other server's map that they forget about their home server. Yes, and then their own server gets destroyed while they're not watching.
This is totally different from War Elite. War Elite is that server versus server, all the players will go to a brand new map, whereby all the 4 servers will be in the same map. They will subsequently build their alliance base. They will start to expand in the zone, and subsequently try to move all the way to the center of the map. Right, because the center of the map is the final occupation. Once you occupy it at the end of the game, you actually win the server versus server. Right. So it's more like a nearly 2 months event, whereby that's the time whereby you will actually be facing other server. You do not actually have the opportunity to go to other server. I mean, teleporting your villa to other server and then start to disrupt, to cause chaos in their server. We will only just fight in this server versus server, the map that's created for the server versus server.
So it's kind of like a race to the center city.
Yes, correct.
And is there player versus player combat involved in that at any point?
All right. Yes, there is, because in the server versus server, there's actually 3 different types of ranking. Right, we have individual ranking.
Dude,
we have alliance ranking.
Are nuts.
We have country ranking. Country ranking meaning the server.
Okay.
All right. So each category has its own reward. Of course, the individual reward will actually dish out the best rewards in the whole competition.
They're crazy.
Yeah, the number one complaint from what I'm coming from is the rewards for the events that we do they're kind of pitiful.
They're very pitiful.
Some of the events you do, you look at the reward that you receive for it, and you're like, it does not make sense based on, like, you could do a one event that takes a week to do, and you do the week and you're rewarded with like 15,000 gold and then a bunch of speed ups and stuff like that, and that's a decent reward for what you did. And then you go to like server war, where the build up is 10 months, and then you have like 2 months worth of fighting, and when you win server war, they're like, oh, here's 1,000 gold and an 8-hour speed up, and you're like, I just did all this for this. Now the rewards I'm saying are a little off, but the discrepancy between them is crazy.
Yeah. But guys, look, it is 7 o'clock now here, Eastern Standard Time in the morning. I have to get ready for work. I regret so much not being able to sit here and hang out with you guys more and play this game because it is really what I love to do. But I do have to get ready. I really appreciate the both of you guys. I have the same schedule for tomorrow. We are going live again tomorrow at 6 a.m. EST. So I really hope you guys, can join. And if you can't, we'll definitely reschedule for another day as far as you guys coming on. But thank you so much. Is there anything you guys want to say to the people before we get out of here?
Oh no, you go first. You go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Thank you for having me. Sorry for occupying your time with a bunch of newbie questions.
I appreciate it.
But I'll get my own nuke jar for War Elite, and then that way we each have our own nuke jar, Smooth. And I will bombard you guys with a million questions. But I appreciate your time. Smash, thank you so much for answering all the questions. And I know you guys wanted to do a recruiting video here, and I kind of turned it into a help the newbie.
We recruited you, bro.
You have. I'm in. So one down, and who's gonna come join? Who's coming with me? That's all I want to know. Who's coming with me?
Come to STM Server 6.
Server 6. Yeah, don't forget, go to Server 6. We're gonna run the world.
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Smash, great meeting you, and lots of great information. And guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when Smooth is coming on with all these crazy hours we're running like right now.
Smash, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Like what I've always said, regardless whether you're join servers, what the server that you're going to be joining, right? You guys must enjoy the game. Learn to enjoy the game. Any questions? I believe all servers, they have all their OGs that are willing to actually help out. Right? Just post questions in the word chat. Right? I believe there will be someone in the server that is actually they are always so willing to help you guys out.
Absolutely. Thank you guys again so much for coming on, and I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, 6 a.m. EST. And until next time, folks, peace.
Right.
Have a great day.
Thank you.